Hey guys, welcome to this linesmith tutorial on how to mount lines to your ozone bars. It's actually quite simple, so let's get started. We'll be working, of course, with the line system today. So we have 3 packets. We have the rear lines, we have the upper front lines, and we have the lower front lines, which is lower B1, and we are going to mount it. So those two will be your front lines, and this one will be your rear or your steering lines. So let's get started, and we have to start with the lower section B1. So let me unroll this for you guys. Let me focus on that. Yeah. So let me unroll the B1 and get back to you quickly. All right, so I've unrolled the lines, and now let's focus on everything which we have to do. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because we're gonna work with the 2 lines and your front line power bracket. So you have the 2 lines, and one of them is sleeved and one of them is unsleeved. So this unsleeved one is going to be your safety line, and this sleeve is going to be mounted to the metal because we like to protect the lines, and it's actually fairly simple. So you have your block, then their ball will be sitting here, and we will deliver a new ball with it, which is a white one. If you don't have it, it's no problem, but this one will sit here, or you will have your original one, this one, and will sit here, and then you need a stopper ball in your front lines. Anyway, so we'll continue first with the line with the sleeve on it, and we are going to connect it to here, to the solid point. So it's actually really simple. So you're going to go from the bottom or from the top, whatever you like. You're going to go in, then you open up the loop, and then you push the entire line through itself. So that one is fixed. So that's the fixed line. And why did we put sleeving? To protect it, and as well, when you get a lot of yank on the line, there's some more surface, so you get a lot less problems on the line. All right, so now we'll do the other line, which is this line. Now here comes the tricky part. Because of your safety line having a gigantic loop on it, this one won't fit over. So unlike your original lines, as you can see here, we have to work around that. So what you will do first is connect that safety line outside of the bar. You see it's not in the bar, anywhere near the bar actually. So it's outside of the bar, and I'm just gonna connect the front line to the safety line. All right, so let's focus on that by moving this a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go over with the new line. Then we're gonna feed that in. And then it is connected. So loop to loop connection. Okay, so now I have the other side of that same line. Now I'm gonna work my way through the bar. It's really simple. Actually, it makes it easier as well to go to the quick release. Okay, so we're gonna go up, sorry. And then we will continue all the way up through the bar. Then we'll continue up to here. Okay, so now we need the ball because there needs to be a ball here. We're gonna take the new white one for this one, so you don't need a stopper ball in your lines, which is cleaner. If you don't have it, it's no problem. Then you need to place the stopper ball in your front lines, but this one will work with the loop to loop connection as a stopper. So we're gonna go in from the bottom, and then we'll feed it in upwards, and then you just pull the entire line through, and then you're actually done with your front line, and that is super simple. Okay, so just to make sure everything is nice and clean, I'm gonna show you guys how it should look. Now it's actually quite simple. Okay, so you have your let's focus. Okay, so you have your V bracket here, then you have your fixed line on the one side. That's the fixed one. Then you have your safety line underneath here, your ball is here, and then the front line going through everything. So this one holds to this ball. Then when you pull your safety, the line will get pulled through, and it will stop on the loop-to-loop connection, which we will make right now by unpacking the front lines, and that is the new package, which is going to be the line system upper front. So let me unroll those and then get back to you. Alright, so I've moved the bar to the side, and now we will continue with the two loops which we have here. Those two are coming from the bar. You don't really have a left and right, and then you have your two new ones, and we will do the same to each of them, and it's super simple. You've already done this, so it's simple as can be. Okay, so we open up the loop from the big one going over the line, and then we will feed in the rest of the line. Now, when you do this outdoors, you can also take the other end of the line. I just have to pull everything through and try not to get a big mess, which is coming my way right now. So let's see if I can get it in nicely. No, I cannot. All right, so let me just untangle the lines here a little bit and then continue. Okay, so we have a loop-to-loop connection, and it looks like this. So your loop-to-loop connection is finished, and that is one of the lines. Then we'll take the other one and do exactly the same. So we're gonna go again. This is the upper line, this is the lower line coming from the bar. We're gonna go over, and we're gonna open this up and pull everything through. That's it for your front lines, and if I don't get a big mess right now, then I can also connect some pigtails directly for you. There we go, almost finished. It's looking almost good. Okay, so just untangling those lines. Okay, so that is true as well. And then again, the loop-to-loop connection, which is finished. Okay, so that was super simple. Now we do have some pigtails, which is pigtail set number 4 for this bar. And we will open up the package. Then we take the two gray ones because it's the front lines, and we'll mount those. And you have one label on the top, which of course is going to be connected to your kite, and then this one is your front line. Okay, so we'll do it quickly. We're gonna go over again with the new pigtail, and then you feed in from the side into that hole. It's also a loop-to-loop connection. Then it looks clean and nice, and that's done. So also loop-to-loop connection, quite simple, and that is how you do your front lines. I will attach the other pigtail also. So here we go. The other one doing exactly the same thing again. So over and then in. That's it. And then your front lines are connected. Super quick, super easy. Okay, last one, which is going to be your rear line set, or steering lines, the line system base rear. Okay, so let me unroll those two and then get back to you. So the bar's back. We're gonna need those two. All right, super simple. You have two sleeve ones, and we're gonna place the sleeved one on the bar side. So you take your leader line, which is coming out of your bar, which is this thick line with ozone. Then we're gonna mount, and we're gonna feed it in again. Actually, it's the same loop, so we're gonna go over and in. That's it. And then you pull the entire line through, or you're working outdoors, and of course you will have a lot of space, so you can also take the other end, just feed it in, walk, and you're done. I'm gonna have to do it like this, which takes a bit more time and gets a bit more messy. So okay, so I'm lucky, I think, with this one. Yeah, looks clean. Okay, so that's done. Now I know this one is red, so I'm gonna put the sleeve on, or the pigtail on now. So I already have done that. So again, with this one, focus on this. Okay, so we're gonna go over and then feed the knot in here. And you're done with mounting your pigtail. Okay, so I just have one line left, which is the right line. Can also be a blue sleeve or a black one, and or a gray one. So just going over through and pulling the entire line through again, same as I did before. This way I know I have clean lines, and also I can check them. Okay, so almost done with mounting this line, and then actually mounting the line sets. I can actually go for a session after this, and you as well. Okay, so pigtail, that's the last one, and you've done this already a couple times, so I think you can do it by now. So that's it. All right, all done. Now actually I would go riding, but first I have to wax the lines, because that is highly recommended. So let me focus on it. It's the glide stick, and I will wax the lower 4 meters of the lines. So because of your lines crossing in the middle, where you have up here, you start actually waxing that area, and then you have a lot less abrasion. And what I also really like to have waxed is this area, where you get abrasion on this line. So in general, I will just take my wax and then wax this area a little bit, because there of course is a lot of abrasion there. You don't have to put a lot, but it just makes it much nicer on the line and on that ring. And no, it doesn't hold any sand. So there we go. This will help prevent a lot of abrasion to the lines. So yeah, why not do it? Okay, so that's the glide stick for you. It's available as well. If you don't have it, you can also use some candle wax. All right, so that's done. And well, let's go for a session. I hope you've enjoyed this one by the Linesmith again, the Ozone setup and the line system. All right, see you guys.